song stuck in my head. No,
Soccer.
I saw the other day.
Soccer. Thanks. Soccer, European Soccer Champions League or Champions. I think a lot of you have seen the last days some soccer games. And I would not like to ask you who will be the winner of the soccer games. I would like to ask you what you have in mind with soccer. I have in mind with soccer or with sports, because I'm not a soccer player, I'm a volleyball player. I have in mind with sports emotions. Emotions and challenges. I think that's quite important. Positive emotions, sometimes negative emotions, and challenges. And if we think about the plastic recycling industry, we have also emotions and challenges. And I would give you 3 points about emotions and challenges for the plastic recycling. Pricing, novel technology for food contact in the plastic recycling area, as well the packaging and packaging waste regulation. I personally see 2 points: the packaging and packaging waste regulation with a defined recycling content, quite positive. I see also the novel technology for food contact regulation quite positive in the industry. About pricing we can discuss, it's always up and down. But for pricing it needs a more professional process, more efficiency, more control. And that's the reason why we together, me as Manfred Hackel from Erema and Michael Lackner from Lindner, would like to show you how we can drive further the recycling industry with our process, control and efficiency about the total process from washing and extrusion.
Yeah, good afternoon also from my side. My name is Michael Lackner. I'm Managing Director of Lindner. And we would like to give you a short introduction today of our companies, our view about the recycling status of the industry, and then we together present our solutions to increase the recycling rates overall. Lindner and Erema, we joined forces together and we run the Lindner WashTec as a joint venture. And we have a lot of similarities. Basically, if I may introduce you Lindner, we are a leading manufacturer in the waste industry. We make machinery, shredding, sorting machinery, and complete plant solutions for different waste streams, for general commercial industrial waste, but also for plastics, scrap, and wood and paper streams. Company was founded in 1948, so we are more than 75 years old. Worldwide, we have over 500 employees, 2 production facilities in Austria, and 6 sales and service subsidiaries to serve our customers all over the world.
I got in the meanwhile a second one. We as a Erema Group, we are also founded and located in Austria. We are founded in 1983. We are still private owned, and we have a wide comprehensive portfolio on plastic recycling extrusion systems. And that's a key point what I would like to mention to you, that we have different facilities in Austria, 4 production sites, as well also 3 locations all over the world, and we are now 40 years in the plastic recycling business and have the experience and the knowledge about that. The group by itself consists of different companies of Erema. There is Sure on the left side, Erema itself, which is a well-known brand for Erema technology with the preconditioning unit, but there are also other smaller companies inside the group, and all of them are for plastic recycling equipment. We have PureLoop and Plasmark for in-house recycling. We have KeyCycle for the inking as well for feasibility projects, or turnkey projects. We have together with Lindner Wostek in the portfolio, UMEC for use machines and other kind of extrusion systems, Plasticpreneur as a startup company for awareness of small recycling equipment, 3S as a manufacturer for screws and barrels for all the recycling industry. So that shows that is the industry or the portfolio of Erema Group. What we have delivered in the last 2 years is this picture. When I was the first time on the Empire State Building, that was during the university time, I was extremely excited. And now you can think about what does these two figures bring together, the Empire State Building and the 3.2 million tons of production capacity. We have delivered only in the last 2 years over 3 million tons recycling capacity into the whole world. And if you count the yellow bins and fill up the Empire State Building, you have to fill up 100 times the Empire State Building, what we have cleaned up with our systems all over the world of plastic waste.
Yeah, I would like to introduce you Lindner Wostek. Lindner Wostek is one of the leading suppliers for high-performance sorting and washing equipment. It is a joint venture company between Lindner and Erema, and the reason for the joint venture was that we saw that for recycling purposes, we have to bring together the waste world and the waste industry to the plastics industry. And with the Wostek and the combination of Lindner and Erema, we are able to cover the knowledge from the waste, from the sorting and let's say washing up to the extrusion part all in one hand, and we are able to optimize the complete process. This will be necessary, especially if we want to increase the quality of recycling and the efficiencies. We will cover that in more detail later on. So Lindner Wostek is now 10 years old. It was founded 10 years ago. It was a very steep growth path we had. We are today one of the leading washing equipment manufacturer worldwide for polyolefins, but we also do bed washing. We have more than 60 employees, and we realized over 200 wash plants worldwide already. We have sales offices in Germany, and the main location is in Austria, close to the headquarters of Lindner. So just a short overview of our customers, which we have been serving. We are also, I want to mention one here, we are also very proud that we have now, and we are just installing a very big line at Nova Chemicals. So it's our first installation of recycling equipment at a chemical company. If we look on the turnkey solutions, as I mentioned before, target was to join and bring together the waste world and the plastics world, so we are able to offer the shredding and sorting expertise, which is coming from Lindner original base and original knowledge, up to the washing, which is covered by Wostek, and then to the extrusion technology, which is delivered by Erema. We also deliver the water treatment. It's coming with the washing plant, and as a side stream, polyolefins which cannot be recycled. We also offer solutions on the Lindner side for RDF productions. So basically we cover different waste streams, but the main part is to increase the possibility, quality and efficiency of polyolefin recycling overall. To give you a little bit of an overview about the recycling status in our opinion, if you look on a global scale of post-consumer recycling, if we are honest, we see that approximately 10% of the post-consumer plastics is recycled at the end. The main and dominant technology is mechanical recycling, and we see chemical recycling is coming. There's a lot of discussion about it. There's a lot of lab scale and also in the scaling up stages, the chemical recycling processes. But this is something which will be considered in future more. We don't see the technologies as competing. We see the technologies as side by side, depending on the waste streams. You should have the right recycling technology in place. Yes, if you look at the circularity, so production, use, reuse, it's clear. Collecting, a lot of plastics is still landfilled and incinerated. The target is that we bring as much as possible into a recycling stream. And here are the different recycling methodologies, if you want to say. We have the conventional mechanical recycling, which we do today with cold washing and hot washing. We have a new field, which is a solvent-based mechanical recycling, where we would use, instead of water, different solvents to have a more efficient and better cleaning process. This is more or less in lab and scaling up stage industry-wide. Then we have a stage we call the advanced mechanical recycling, where we do refreshing, extrusion, and compounding together to achieve better results. And we will see later on there is also, with advanced mechanical recycling, a possibility to achieve food grade already. And then we have, let's say, type of physical and chemical recycling approaches. There's dissolution, which is not really chemical recycling, which we could call a little bit of physical recycling, and then basically the classical chemical recycling approaches, pyrolysis, solvolysis, which are quite well known already, and lots of them are in pilot plants, prototyping stage. This is what we say, that's the conventional world, and let's say many cases the world we are in today. So we have, let's say, higher grade products, and we have different, let's say, recycling, mechanical recycling approaches, and in most cases we have to go to lower grade applications, like if you look at food grade, milk jugs go into let's say, lower quality bottles by cold wash and extrusion today. We have hygiene, LDPE packaging, which goes by cold wash and extrusion to lower grade foils, or we have PO mixes, which go into low grade products at the end. Target is obviously that we say at least equal recycling, so target is that we make out of a food grade milk jug, again, a food grade bottle. So, and this is, I mentioned before, with cold, hot wash, flake sorting, extrusion and refreshing, a little bit of advanced recycling, if you will, so to produce a food grade bottle again. The LDPE hygiene products, we think with the solvent-based approach, we see still a mechanical recycling approach, but with solvent washing, we see there is the possibility to bring those products and waste streams back into a hygiene product. And the PO mix, where depolymerization, chemical recycling and pyrolysis are still probably the best approaches to recycle. So I would like to bring that example of the milk jug a little bit more detail. It's a real installation we have done together in Ireland, and it's a milk jug with cold wash, hot wash, flake sorting and extrusion, goes back into an RHDPE, which is food grade rated again. The process so far is that we open the bale, we shred it, we cold wash it, hot wash it, it goes into a bunker system. We make some flake sorting process, then the extrusion and refreshing, which comes from Erema, and at the end we can reuse it for the milk jugs again. So this is a first example which both of our companies realized, and both of our companies guarantee that the process works, and at the end, and this is a new area where we are in, you have to guarantee also for the quality of the recyclates. Now we come to other efficiencies and benefits which joining of the two companies brings to our customers, and would like to hand over again.
Thanks. Yeah, in the end, to combine two companies like Lindner Wostek and Erema has to bring a value to our customer, a value to our market, to drive plastic circularity forward. And for that we have 5 points what we worked out, what we would like to introduce to you, what are available already now and in short time for our customers. Because in the end, before I go to the 5 points, it is really that we would like to come from pill bottle to high-end product overall the process. And that starts with one process control. The washing plant has normally washing control, the extrusion has normally one process control. We are combining these process controls. Why? It's simplified for the operator. It brings more efficiency. If you think about if the torque of the centrifuge is going up, that shows for the extrusion that more moisture will come to the extruder. It's only one simple explanation. And so there are a lot of links together between these two processes, but we would like to do that. And for that, the two machines from the two companies are prepared for process control overlapping. That's the first point. Second point, one technical person. We have a lot of technical persons at Erema as well by Lindner Wostek. They are traveling all over the world, sometimes to different and the same customers where the machines are. So we would like to simplify it for you as our customer, that we are saying we have technical teams by Erema as well by Lindner, and each technical person understands the other process and can give also a help to the customer. That's quite important. The third point is one energy. We all know that the energy of an extruder need energy to melt up the material and need cooling water to cool down the pellet. And the water, by cooling down the pellet, could be used in the washing plant for heating up the water. That's we call energy recovery overall the process. That's a third quite important process and bring efficiency and reduce production costs. One process. We are thinking as one process from your pail bottle to the pellet to the end product. And that is on one hand process stability. That if we think about food contact, what is necessary on traceability, we know on the pail bottle already more than on the pellet. So we can make it a traceability about the different steps, about different quality steps inside the whole process. And the last point is simplification. If you would like to have a turnkey project, you are on the right hands with Lindner Wostek and with Erema, that we can bring up a total green field or a normal project with one supplier and one guarantee from pail bottle to pellet, and minimize your risk and gives you a more process stability. Overall means that we believe as two companies, as Erema and as Erema Group and Lindner and Lindner Recycling, that this is the way for going further for the circularity. You heard in the beginning about packaging and packaging waste regulation shortly. And in the presentation before from Mathilde and the others about food contact, what's going on the European Union. It is circularity need a different thinking in the recycling industry. And this different thinking starts also by the machinery producer with the overall process. And 3 takes away for you. On one hand, we believe strongly, as in the past, that we as plastic recycler are needed more and more in the plastic industry. And not only in the plastic industry. Plastic is the solution for our climate change. If the plastic loop is closed, quite important to have in your mind. Also, if we think about the end application and the recycling content, it needs new end application. And new end application needs a total entire process, as well the converter, which are producing from the recycled material again end products. And last but not least, together with Lindner and Erema, we have an overall process and an overall technology for these solutions. Thanks from my side.
Also, thank you for your attention, and if you have questions, please be free to ask us.
Are there questions about the soccer games? If not, we have two booths here on the show. Lindner and Erema, you're always welcome to go in detail further discussion about plastic circularity with us. Thanks.
Thank you.